I'm Dee. Today we're going to be talking about continuous verbs. You're about to meet Jake. Jake has come to my house and there is a sumptuous dinner party going on. But was Jake invited? Let's look at that. Jake, what a surprise!
I just flew in from Miami, sis. You have a room for me?
Sure.
Wow, nice place here.
So we're just about to eat dinner. Would you like to join us?
Sure.
Hey, Jake, welcome to the Crazy House. Come on in.
Thanks, Dee. These are for you.
Oh, thank you.
Hope I'm not late for dinner.
Not at all. We're all waiting for you.
Great.
Okay, here are my two sentences. Can you tell me which sentence applies to the first scenario and which sentence applies to the second scenario? Okay, here's the first sentence. When Jake arrived, we were eating dinner. Here's the second sentence. When Jake arrived, we ate dinner. One of these sentences means maybe Jake wasn't invited. Okay, I'll give you a minute to think about which one you think it is. Have you guessed? That's right. The first sentence belongs to the first scenario and the second sentence belongs to the second scenario. In the first sentence, the eating was going on and Jake arrived in the middle of it. And maybe he didn't know there was a dinner on, maybe he didn't know, maybe he wasn't invited, but Dee looked very surprised when he arrived. Okay, in the second sentence, Jake arrived, and then after Jake arrived, everybody ate dinner. So it sounds like everybody was waiting for Jake to arrive. When we use simple verbs, like we saw in our last video, it means that things happen one by one in chronological order. So if I say, when Jake arrived, we ate dinner, it means first he arrived and after that we ate dinner. So it's chronological order, one after the other. But when we use a continuous verb, it's different. It means we want to say what happened at that moment, what was going on at that moment that the action happened. So what was going on when Jake arrived? We were eating dinner. Okay, so this action was going on and this one happened. Okay, so the action that was going on is a longer action. So we were maybe eating dinner for 1 hour and Jake's arrival, Jake arrived like an interruption to that eating that was going on, eating dinner that was going on. So one short action interrupts the longer action. Okay, this is a very common sentence structure in English. So you might say, we were sleeping last night when a burglar broke into the house. Or you might say, we were watching TV when the phone rang. It's really common in the past tense. We were sleeping when a burglar broke into the house. We were talking about her and she arrived. All right, so one action is going on and the other action happens at that moment. Okay, if I use present continuous, I want to ask you what you are doing right now at this moment. So again, we're looking at a special moment that an action happens. What are you doing at the moment? Okay, so right now, what are you doing? Right now is interrupting your action. So I am speaking to you and you are listening to me right at this moment, 1:30 my time. Okay, so it's a specific moment that happens during another longer action. What about if we use future continuous? All right, let's give you a scenario. Let's say I'm working in an office and I'm about to go on holidays. So I say goodbye to everybody in the office and they say, have fun. And I might say, this time tomorrow, I'll be lying on a beach in northern Queensland. Or I'll be lying on a beach in, can you call me at 8 o'clock? And I might say, at that moment, I'll be sitting in a meeting. I can't call you until later. I will be sitting. Okay, so we use the ing form to show what's going on at a specific moment. Let's watch a small chunk of an interview with my student Tanya. And Tanya is a childcare worker, and she is talking about the habits and routines of the children in the childcare centre. So
we usually start our day with group time when we discuss whether something what happened with children before, something they want to share, something like that. We're talking about our previous day or something we're expecting to happen soon.
Notice Tanya starts very well. She says, we usually start our day with group time. Okay, usually start is a perfect way to describe habits and routines. All right, but if you keep listening to the video, if you keep watching, a little later in the video, she uses the ing form and it doesn't fit into this little chunk of speaking. She says, we're talking about our previous day and what we expecting to happen. Okay, so we are talking about, so our talking means going on right now. Okay, so that means Tanya and I were talking at that moment. All right, but what she wanted to say was, we talk about our previous day. So she wants to say that this happens regularly. This happens often. So it's always true. Now she says something we're expecting to happen, something we expecting. Okay, she needs to put the verb to be in there. But I'm thinking about the word expect. Expect is a verb of thinking, okay? So I expect, I hope, I wish, I believe, I think. All these verbs are usually used in present simple because we usually don't change we assume that we don't change our opinion very quickly, very easily, very often. Our opinions are usually permanent, all right? But, so we might say, I think this is a nice city. I think he is a good actor. I believe she will always do the right thing. Okay, so think, believe, we usually use as our opinion. But sometimes we use it in the ing form. So here's an example. I think that's a nice car. It's my opinion. But I might say, I'm thinking of buying that car. That means I'm thinking right now. This is temporary. I won't always be thinking about buying that car. I will think for a while and then I will decide. I'll decide to buy it or I'll decide not to buy it. But I'm going to be thinking for a while. So again, thinking is temporary and think is my permanent opinion. So let's talk about how we create the continuous verb. In all tenses, past, present and future, we use the verb to be plus ing, but it changes depending on the subject. All right, so if I'm talking in the past about we would say we were. So we or you, we were taking photographs. You were taking photographs. They were taking photographs. But if it's me, I say I was taking photographs. He, she was taking photographs. Okay, he was, she was taking photographs. It was taking photographs. Same thing, verb to be plus ing, but verb to be will be I am, he is, you are, they are. Okay, so once again, we have to change the verb to match the subject. I'm going to put a list of the verbs and their subjects in the comments below. So if you want to remember which verbs go with which subjects, go to the comments and you can get that list from there. Okay, what about future? Will be doing. I will be doing, you will be doing, they will be doing. It doesn't change. Okay, so it's always will be plus ing. What about questions? Okay, in a question, we use our WH word if we want to. Okay, and we'll say, what were you doing? What am I doing? Are you doing the dishes? Okay, with no W, that's a yes, no question. Are you doing the dishes? Is he cooking the dinner? All right, so present tense. Will you be coming to my party? Will you be coming to my party? Will he be lying on the beach tomorrow at this time tomorrow? Will he be lying on the beach at this time tomorrow? Will I be lying on a beach at this time tomorrow? Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, link in your Facebook, all those good things. And don't forget to come back next week because we're going to be talking about perfect verbs. See you then. Bye.